Hey everybody, I'm here with the one and only, and I know people will join. We did like a long live before from Suffolk County Family Court. Dave Weigel.
Hello everybody.
The rising star, or the existing star.
How about that? There's a lot of stars out there, and we're all coming together finally. It's great to finally put a human face to the name and the mission, and we're just it's wonderful to see us all coming together here now and getting bigger and bigger things together on a daily basis.
So I say Amy is your the lady who helps you with your group, right? The face.
Yes, Amy Duncan. She used to be under Amy Jeter, but I think she's under Facebook now as Amy Duncan. She's been with me since day one of when it's finally moved into a group facet. I originally did this for about 2 years to my existing just personal page, but she's also joined by Andrea, who's our head of administration, Andrea Guerrero, and then also Amy Conrad is our head of strategic alliances. And in the beginning with our page, we really needed to get it off the ground and get people through the steps. So we had to be very selective with not having a lot of people drive people away to outside projects. Okay, because people would just get so derailed going in 100 different directions. But now we're at such a critical mass that our mission is to really be holding up people like Roman here, who have been heroes and fighting and rallying people in their corners of the world for the great work that they've done. Because we're at phase 2, closely moving into phase 3 in our mission, where we're going to be getting up this wall of shame and wall of fame. And the idea behind this here was always, okay, we're going to prove that this is a nationwide racketeering scheme through the scientific method, through utilizing the same principles of any kind of scientific study. But the one downside, we said, okay, we all know that there's this industry around selling children, basically using children as tools for business. Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough to get everybody, out on the streets? And we said, yeah, you know what? Okay, that maybe there's a better way. And we just thought, wait a second. Even a phenomenal article, okay, has a shelf life. Even a phenomenal documentary has a shelf life. But a permanent wall that can be on the internet every single day, with the opportunity to have another person connect with another person and say, you got hurt by family court too. You got hurt. You don't have an uncle? Don't you have an aunt? You got to check out this wall. You got to check out this page. And when we see the same culprit judges and attorneys, GALs, CPS workers, have 10 victims listed below, 11, 15, 20, 25, that is going to change behaviors. Okay, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to change the behavior to get kids back to their rightful parents. Okay, right. We applaud everybody trying to change laws and coming out of different ways. Our group, I think we just all have to stick to our knitting and go after this with our own little niche. I'm trying to stay in my lane here, but we are at a point here right now where it makes sense for us to really open up, and we're going to be very supportive of really holding up the big leaders and other groups for the fine work that they've been doing, and Roman's at the top of the list.
Thank you, Dave. A couple of questions here. So since I have the pleasure of actually having you live, so our audiences overlap somewhat or to a large degree, but for people who don't know, you have a fascinating, somewhat tragic or not tragic, but unbelievable story. You are a very successful businessman, hedge fund manager, Wall Street dad, right? So, and they still got you in jail?
Yeah, no, I get this, and I was actually just thinking about this the other day, that what doesn't make sense in my case is usually the guy with money or the party with money is the winner, right? Well, it just so happened my ex was very successful in her own right and partnered with a full-blown narcissist boyfriend who together they felt that the other thing that they do in the courts is they identify who's the narcissist, who's the person that, this is the business model, okay?
Who damages the kid the most?
Who's going to keep ringing the register, okay, by causing damage and coming back to us left or right? And who's the good parent who's going to spend anything, beg, borrow, and steal to stop the abuse of their children? They saw me as that parent, and that's what I did. My divorce is now going on 14 years, 4 months.
14 years.
Yep. It started on February 12th, 2012. My narcissist ex will not end it, even though I've taken every avenue away from her. This intelligent transparency method that we've been utilizing, it took me a year and a half to, what I say, kick the leg of the stool out of every lie of hers publicly. Not everybody's willing to do that. We understand that there's repercussions to family embarrassment, but my conviction was, when it was at that level, I said to my family, I said, no, these are felonies going on here. This is child abuse, okay? This is not airing family dirty laundry on your front yard, okay? It is not, but we're cognizant of big people in different situations and stuff, so that's why we have this, video mission of turning your phone around, and everyone can do this. Press record, say, my name's Dave Weigel, my name's Roman Brick, and I have not seen my children in 1,222 days. This judge, this attorney, okay, lied, did this, broke this law, broke this law, broke this law. And these are the repercussions, all right? And I demand an investigation. And once we do that, okay, we're asking people just on our site to answer these questions, these 100 questions. That is good. We're reformatting, and we're going to actually go live with it on the website, because Facebook polling I thought was going to be a better system than it is. So this is coming in the next couple of weeks. But if we can get a large enough study, if we can get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 victims to answer these questions, we will have a definitive, scientifically proven study that the family courts are a nationwide racketeering scheme. They are not a court of law, all right? And then, okay, they were going to use that information to feed this wall of shame and this wall of fame. And it's going to be an ongoing thing, okay? People can come in and find us today, tomorrow, 2 weeks from now, a year from now, submit their video, take the questions, be added to the study, and be considered for these walls, okay, which we're pretty excited about, because at the end of the day, what's happened, the big culprits here, as much as I'd love to hate this particular judge, a particular attorney, and I did, okay, I think we all have, right? We've had a little Rocky III picture on the mirror that of hate of this person that's caused all this.
There's one over there, Janet McFarland.
Yeah. The
advocacy was successful. She was moved to another court.
But
so the Staten Island kids are safe.
Exactly. But the reality is, I see the real evil here as the Bar Association. Okay, these are the top cops. Okay, this is a failure in regulation. They have removed the pain. All humans do what? All mammals seek pleasure and avoid pain, right? But they have removed the pain, okay, from these judges doing the wrong thing. So then it just becomes, what happens to human beings when you give them godlike power, okay? And it's a reason why it's nationwide. It's a reason why it's not just one or two particular bad actors. It's widespread. It's because the system created that's what's evil, and we're trying to attack that specifically.
Couple more questions, Dave. Since I again, thanks everybody, by the way, for joining us. Robert Garza, beautiful, very important warrior in this fight. We can disagree on methods and directions, but you cannot disagree with the honesty and the real effort.
Hey, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's just, we're all doing important work.
TJ Simon's here, Chris is here. I see that Amy is posting the actual link, so that's a good sign. We're approaching 10 live viewers, so it will spread. I have already couple hundreds of views on the live that I did here. But Dave, tell me, so the system keeps devouring kids and children, so it seems like they're taking more and more sophisticated players like yourself, a successful investor. I had a full career as an attorney, then as an MBA, right? You have successful businessmen, you have people who are way more educated, who are able to preserve resources. So are you optimistic?
I am more optimistic today than I've ever been, and mostly because we now see the light of day to be able to see a real reason to come together. In the beginning, it was difficult. We're all feeling our way through the dark. This is an organic thing. I think nobody kind of planned to be in the shoes that we're in here right now. And they do have a system so well practiced. Think of it, like how many times have they been through everything we face, right? In the courts. Every single thing they've been through thousands of times. But now the big difference is we could all see it. It's about coming together, right? We have such stars that are hitting this from different sides of the equation now. Like I know in our mission here in the beginning, I was telling Roman before, we really had a real reason to try to push away and avoid people coming into the site to try and say, hey, but work on our thing, because people can't work on 20 things at the same time. So we needed to get up to a critical mass. We're there. So now our mission is strategic alliances, holding up. We want to hold up you. We want to hold up Rob Garza. We want to hold up all these other leaders, even smaller leaders that have 100 people in their local community. They deserve to be held up. We're going to come to them. We're going to say, listen, we want to consider you for our wall of fame. Okay, you deserve this, okay? But we need to work together here. We're not looking for people to stop doing what they're doing. We just want them to participate in our thing too. Just do the video, just answer the questions. That's it. And then we're all coming together the way we should at this point. And that's a beautiful thing.
Great minds think alike. I made my first video with my story. It wasn't 3 minutes, it was 10 minutes 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Since then, just trying to develop. But
10 years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, fighting for 7 years. So yeah. So you've been fighting more than me, but we came to the same conclusion. It's only publicity. It's only bringing people together.
That's right.
Showing it's all systemic.
That's right.
Okay, so Dave, thanks so much for your time. So where people can find you, those who...
Family Court Fraud Warrior Project on Facebook, and very soon to be launched, fraudwarrior.org is where the walls are going to be, the Wall of Shame, Wall of Fame, as well as where all 100 questions that relate to all of these cases looked at together. What do they say together as an industry, not in a one-off individual one person's case? What are the important, what are the numbers? Like we talked about one, how many people have been arrested, maybe multiple times in the divorce process that never had a police record even close to it, even a speeding ticket for some of these people, yet, okay, in this divorce process they got. We know that's like 60-70%. When we collect that data and they see this checks off every box of how you collect information and have it respected at the highest level to be considered science, that's going to be one of many of these questions answered that is going to hopefully make certain, set the record straight. That's what we're here to do, set the record straight. But we want to help each and every individual that is suffering from enormous PTSD and this raping of your dignity, okay? First and foremost, that's who we're here for, all right? We've all been in this situation. It is worse than death at times, and I would say it's like having your child abducted or killed every single day. Every single day, this feeling. So you cannot be alone. Please do not isolate. Reach out, get part of a community, okay? And we can help each other. You want to help yourself? You want to get out of your own head? Help another individual. Help another individual here. We think it's going to move the needle. It's going to make all the difference in the world.
Amazing. Dave, thank you so much. I think it's so important. You became very prominent in the couple of recent months, and it's so important to show the faces, well-spoken, and people who can present themselves, successful people. It's not deadbeat fathers. We're not criminals. We're successful men in so many areas, and women, right? And we are coming together. We'll take down this whole oppression apparatus. Family Court, Suffolk County here, but all over the U.S. Thanks everybody. Thanks Dave.
Thanks everybody.
See you on the next slide. Thank you.